One a little bit now, one a little bit.
Well done, boys. What a great fight, what a great fish, and what a great week it's been. We've seen that amazing weather that we knew it was going to be last week with some awesome catches right from your skinny water bass stuff all the way out into the deep on those yellowfin. This week has just been red hot. G'day guys, I'm Leif with this week's Boss Outdoor Fishing Report. Well, wahoo! Isn't it amazing to catch wahoo out of Merimbula? We don't get a big window to catch these fish at home, so get out there. There's some 26-degree water pockets out there in the deep. You've got to go to fairway offshore, but you're every chance of getting a wahoo. They're in that same sort of water as the yellowfin. There's been lots of yellowfin out there wide as well. So yeah, far out, it doesn't get much better, does it? Catching wahoo, catching yellowfin, and there's heaps of big mahi-mahi as well. So some really big dolphin fish. You're getting an amazing feed if you get out there. Get amongst it. Well, these yellowfin seem to be stretched out all the way from JB to Eden, so it doesn't matter where you are on the south coast. If you get out in that deep water, you're gonna find some yellowfin. And how good, we get the choice of yellowfin or marlin. You've got to drive straight over these marlin to go and catch yellowfin, which lots of people are doing. But if you want to stay on that marlin bite, there is fish everywhere. Some heaps of boats getting some really good numbered marlin, and they're on bait balls, so it's the most exciting fishing there is. You're pitching your live bait at a marlin and watching him eat it. It's so exciting. So get out there and chase some of these marlin too. If you're out there chasing any of these game fish at the moment and it gets a bit slow, or you want to wait for a tide change or what have you, there's not much current out on the shelf. It's like half a knot of current. The bottom fishing is really good. There's ling, there's blue eye. The bottom fishing has just been superb for those people that have taken a break from the game fishing. So definitely worth a shot if things get a bit quiet. So coming in a bit closer onto the flathead ground, the flathead have been really good if you can find them. I think the trawler came through and cleaned up a lot out wide, so they've been a little bit trickier out there. But if you get into 25 metres, just on the edge of a bit of reef or something where they can't drag those nets through, the fish have been really good. Close in, like 25 metres off Bourne Island, there's been some really big fish and plenty of them, pretty easy to get your bag, so definitely worth a shot in there. So the water's warm, dried up, and the fishing on the reefs have slowed right down. We've seen the snapper and the mowies have been heaps harder to catch this week, just not that many numbers, no really big fish. So I'd be sticking to the pelagics. Get off a wharf like Tarthra Wharf like this. There's been some long-tail tuna around. There's heaps of salmon schools coming through. There's bonito. There's so many fish just right at your fingertips off a wharf. So either troll the headlands or put a live out on the headlands, or if you haven't got a boat, come and fish Tarthra Wharf, Merimbula Wharf. They're all going to be great spots.
So the estuary fishing at the moment is still red hot. We're approaching the new moon on Saturday, so the tidal flow is quite strong at the moment. There's some bigger highs, some lower lows. Fish up shallow, so into the upper reaches of all the estuary systems, those tides will push up real high. All the fish will get up the back and feed. There's some good flathead around, some good captures of flathead in the Bega River and down the front here in Merimbula. There's still lots of yellowfin in the racks, yellowfin brim. Come down here and throw some lightly weighted plastics, you should catch a few fish. Good quantities of blackfish out on the headlands. They seem to ball up and congregate this time of year, so those of you wanting a feed of a few blackfish, it's a good time to do so. We're not seeing too many drummer on the headlands yet, just because the water's still quite warm. Once it starts to cool off a bit, then you should see some good numbers of drummer.
So you'll notice if you're fishing off the beach this week, along this big tide line, you'll see hundreds and hundreds of little triggerfish that have died from what was a big temp change. Like there were some big cool water pockets come in and hit that warmer water, and as soon as they have that massive big temp change, it just has a big fish cull. So that's what all these fish are on the shores. So So still some really productive beach fishing happening at the moment. We've got so many salmon around still. Like as we look out here, there's a school here and there's a school over here. It's just plenty of salmon, so much fun to come and catch. Seen some pretty good captures of jewfish as well, with Adam getting himself a nice mulloway off Marimbula Beach. Still some really good captures around the Bega River mouth as you just come out in the ocean from there. Still a nice gutter there and definitely still some fish. So we've still got a couple of good days of weather window that we can get out there and chase some of these amazing fish. I think Friday and Saturday both look definitely fishable, and then a big southerly bust up on Sunday, so that'll probably rule things out for a few days. Well, that wraps things up for probably the most productive week that we've had since we've been doing fishing reports. Absolutely amazing conditions, heaps of fish at the right time of year. So if there's anything that you need to know about fishing, camping, outdoors, water sport, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up.